The only chart that matters right now in the cryptocurrency world is this chart right here. And I'll talk about it in this video and why you should really just be keeping an eye on this chart when you're buying or selling any other coins at this time. Stay tuned. Well, what's going on, guys? So obviously it's been rough. It's been fun. It's been rough. There's been some major moves up, down, all around with the cryptocurrency world right now. If you're holding a good coin, don't be scared. I think, we're just getting a nice pullback. We're going to see some upside here in 2018. But the big problem that we have is everything is following Bitcoin. It makes sense because Bitcoin's the king. The world basically looks at Bitcoin like, hey, if Bitcoin's going down, everything else is going down. And, there's times where certain coins will go up big and Bitcoin won't really do anything. But recently, in the last couple of weeks, it's been pretty evident that the whole Bitcoin correlation is really strong across the board. So I'm holding a couple different coins. There's no point in me even looking at those charts. It's basically just me looking at the Bitcoin chart and figuring out, okay, yeah, we're not breaking out, so my coin's not going to break out. Whatever. I'm going to have to hold Bitcoin for a while. But if you look here at the chart, there's all these lines and boxes and all this magical technical analysis on there that I've drawn, which really it means nothing other than this idea of, where the support, where the resistance is, where the trend is, and what we're looking at. Obviously, beginning of December, we had this crazy move. We ran up there to 20,000, and now we're pulling back. And we haven't really found that solid support just yet. We've had some nice bounces. We bounced from the $9,000 area right back up there to 13,000, but then we hit that kind of trend, that downward trend, and we could not get above it. If you see here, this is what we're really looking at. Really looking at this trend here. A lot of people were getting excited when we bounced off that $9,000 area so hard. People were like, oh, we're bouncing back. It's time to buy. But I was looking at it like, hey, if we can't break over $13,000, $12,000 area, we're going to have trouble. And, we rallied up there to 13,000. We had a nice little bounce from 11,000 up there to 13,000, and we got smacked. And from 13,000, we pulled on back down here to the $11,000 area right here. I think if we break below 11,000 and we start selling hard, we're going to have some panic selling. You can see these panic sells become stronger and stronger because people are getting scared. When Bitcoin's not going up, people are used to Bitcoin is going up. When it starts to not go up, then people get scared. People are pulling out. All these people who bought up here, they're like, I just want to cash out. I bought in here at the $17,000, $15,000 area going for us. We got a lot of resistance up here. A lot of people were buying here, a lot of new investors, people chasing this, people were trying to buy the dip here, people over here buying that thought Bitcoin was going to go to $1 million in a couple of days. They thought they were going to buy there at the $20,000 area and this was going to go to the moon. Previously, we made these all-time highs. We didn't really have that resistance there. We were just going higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. But now we actually have this previous resistance, these areas where people actually bought at, where people actually sold at, and all that stuff going on where we didn't have that before. And now, the picture's different. So looking at this chart, before, there was nothing there. When you were going up, it was like, hey, we're going up. And nobody knew how high this is going to go. But now looking at it, we're like, hey, 15,000, 17,000, 19,000. These are all key areas we got to watch. So as a trader, now I'm watching and I'm wondering, like, hey, is it time for me to sell? If I would have bought the dip here at the $9,000 area, I'm looking to sell if we can't break above 13,000. And that's exactly what these traders are doing. These traders are buying that dip. They're running it up. People are trying to chase it. You got people who are amateurs who are buying there at the $12,000 area, hoping this is going to go to the moon again. And then you got all the traders who are dumping right there at the $13,000 area when this can't break higher from there. So from 13,000, we pulled on down, and there we are back down there to 11,000. And you can see, looking at the chart where we had that previous support at, we got the $8,000. We had a nice little consolidation. We really didn't consolidate through here at all. It was just up. You had some little crashes and moves, but there really wasn't much consolidation. It was just nothing but up. And, this was really the only consolidation, and it wasn't even that much consolidation. So we could possibly get down here to the $6,000 area and find some support there if this can't start to consolidate. We really need to just consolidate. We got to make higher lows. We got to get moving here, which right now, we're looking like we're holding this $11,000 area. So this could be good. We could find some support there, and now we can look to make that new high. So now we can find some support there at the $11,000 area, and we can get moving here. But really, the bigger picture, you got to be looking at the big picture. If you look here at the 5-minute chart, it looks a lot different. When you look at the smaller time frames, it looks like, wow, Bitcoin's really bullish. It bounced from 9,000 up there to 12,000. It's time to buy. But then when you zoom out, when you look at the overall chart, you look at it like, oh, wow, yeah, we got some problems here. So I'm going to be watching this $11,000 area, obviously. But really, I need to see this break. I want to see this break of this $13,000, $14,000 area before I'm like, hey, all right, we're bullish. It's time to start buying. I want to be buying these dips. I'm looking for some new highs here. And I think it's going to take some time. I think we really just need Bitcoin to consolidate. We need to get people, back into it. We need to just move sideways for a little bit. We got to get people like, hey, it's looking safe again. We're not getting these big crashes. We're, slowly moving higher. We're at 11,000. Then we're at 12,000. We're just kind of trucking along. But these big, fast moves up and down, it's going to scare people away. Everybody who bought here at the $12,000 area and $13,000 area, they ran away as soon as this thing started crashing. So that's, we're going to get these big crashes if we don't have that consolidation. We need consolidation to get moving higher from here. And really, no matter what coin you're holding, these charts all look very similar. If Bitcoin starts crashing big, everything else starts to pull back with it. So we need to see Bitcoin. We're all on the same team right now. We need to see Bitcoin consolidate. We need to see Bitcoin start to make these, higher lows and then break through this downward trend that you can see here very clearly on the chart. So there's a chance that we could test this $14,000 area and then get smacked back down similar to this move. So you can see this thing pulled back to the $10,000 area, went back up here to 16, kind of bounced around, 16 again, pulled back, and then boom, got up here to 17,000, which a lot of people were like, wow, yeah, it's going. We're going to new highs. We're going to new highs. It's happening. But it wasn't. We hit this downtrend and boom, got smacked. This is a very strong downtrend at this point, and you don't want to get caught. You don't want to be a bull getting caught in a trap here. This could be a clear bull trap. If this thing can't break over 14,000, I think we could possibly get down here to the $8,000, $6,000 area. Obviously, I'd rather $8,000 area hold than to see 6,000, but there's a chance. If you look at the chart, it's pretty clear that there's a chance we could get down there to the $6,000 area in no time. If this thing starts crashing, it's going to flash crash. It's going to be bloody, very, very bloody. So be careful at this point. If you are long Bitcoin, if you're holding from these areas here at the $17,000, $20,000 area, I feel bad for you, but that's just part of the game. Long term, if you're holding, you're not that worried about it. I tell people the best thing to do when you're investing in anything is to really only invest the amount of money that you can lose, so that when these times happen, when you do have times where things crash, and you got to just hold. Look at the bigger picture. Think about, nothing's really changed here. Bitcoin is still Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency is still booming. There's still a lot of new things happening every day in the cryptocurrency world, but we're pulling back. It's part of it. We can't go straight up, can't go straight to the moon. You got to pull back, got to consolidate, got to find some support to get these new highs here. And I'm just hoping that we can find some support here at the $11,000 area and then get this move over 14,000. I think if we break over 14,000, this thing is going to really start rallying, and we could easily get back to that $17,000 area. And then over 17,000, there's no question in my mind. If we break over 17,000, we're going to break back over 20,000 and possibly make an even bigger move from there. Can you time the bottom here? Can you find the exact bottom? That's going to be hard, and that's one of the reasons I tell people to think about dollar averaging, buying some dips, buying a little bit. But until we break above this $14,000 area, I think we're still heading lower. So don't get too excited just yet. We need to break over 14,000 and start to consolidate and move higher from there. We'll see what happens. I wanted to make this video kind of talking about where I'm at mentally and where I'm thinking I want to be buying, want to be selling here, Bitcoin, with cryptocurrencies in general. We need Bitcoin to get back to all-time highs to really just rally the market. We need the world to see that Bitcoin can bounce back. So if Bitcoin bounces back strong, it's going to get people excited. It's going to get people buying everything. They're buying altcoins. They're buying Bitcoin. They're buying Litecoin. They're doing everything because they're excited. They want to be a part of the action. But if Bitcoin's going down, people are going to be on the sidelines. He's like, I'm not going to buy. It's crashing. Why would I buy right now? We just got to get, people back in the game. We got to get these investors back. Got to get the people that are moving the market to start buying again, trying to chase this, trying to get this to move back up there to all-time highs. So that's the game plan. We need to hold this $11,000 area. If we can't hold 11,000, we could possibly get down there 8,000. If we get to 6,000, I'm loading the boat. I am loading the boat at the $6,000 area. Anything below 6,000, I'll sell my kidney to buy Bitcoin at this point. But I really got to see if this thing can get back above this downward trend that we got going here. So if you are trading Bitcoin, if you are trying to buy Bitcoin, or really any cryptocurrency in general, look at the overall big picture, not just the daily chart, not just the hourly chart. I see people that are like, wow, Litecoin's rallying, it's going crazy. But then you zoom out, you're like, oh, it's actually about to hit resistance. So key things to watch. You got to be looking at the overall big picture here, and this is the big picture for Bitcoin. Mentally, chart-wise, technical analysis, all that, you know, there's a stigma. That's the reason that Bitcoin went crazy like it did. It went from $5,000 to $20,000 in a matter of weeks because people were just excited. People wanted to buy in. People wanted to make money, and that's what we need to happen before, you know, the crypto world can really bounce back here and get bullish again. So we'll see what happens. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll update you if I see anything happening that I think it's a good time. Hey, it's happening right now. Let's let's go. But just kind of think about it. If you're any coin that you're trading, look at the Bitcoin chart. Keep an eye on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's going up, there's a good chance that your coin's going to follow at this point. I'll talk to you guys later on.